Hello. I don't really expect anybody here, but this is my video for embellishments on the 11th. My apologies to the rest of the group. Also, another member or two, Nikki of Little Crafty Nook, will not be posting this month. And I don't believe Stamp Girl Paige is either. Excuse me. Hello, welcome. So, I will put the links to everyone else in the collaboration down below as soon as I'm done showing you everything I made. So here we go. I'm using the Delicate Petals bundle by Stampin' Up. It's in the January to June mini catalog currently, which goes through June 30th. Hi, Melanie. And this is another keeper. I am loving this set. But what I did is I decided to use the brand new available May 4th in colors. So here's everything I did, and I just want to show you. These are stamped, these 4 pieces here. This is polished pink stamped onto white paper, and I colored it in with the light polished pink Stampin' Blend, which is the alcohol marker. And then I actually went over the lines with the dark pale papaya, and then I colored it again with the pale pink, and I think that came out cute. Oops, sorry. This leaf is stamped on white also in the soft succulent. You have to forgive me, I don't know all the names perfectly yet. This one is stamped in the evening evergreen. And then no, I'm sorry, I stamped them both in soft succulent. I colored this in light evening evergreen. I don't recommend that. Do it the other way around. Stamp in evening evergreen and then color it with soft succulent. So anyway, I use those on here. And then all I did is die cut them, because there is a die to cut this out, and use the new Genial Gems available May 4th in the pale papaya. And then this one is stamped in Memento Tuxedo Black and colored in with the light and dark Fresh Freesia, which is the purple, and also pale papaya in the center. And I used the pale papaya gems in Genial Gems again. How are you, Melanie? And then these two I stamped on the Fresh Freesia cardstock, which looks like this. It's so pretty. Anyway, on this one I did tone on tone, Fresh Freesia on Fresh Freesia, and I used a Fresh Freesia in color, what are they called? In color jewels that'll be available May 4th. This one I stamped with polished pink on Fresh Freesia and used a polished pink jewel, so I think they came out cute. I didn't put any leaves on these other ones yet. So then I switched to these 2 dies here, and you can cut this out as many times as you want, but these are my favorite dies that in the whole thing. But anyway, they create these little beauties here, and I did them in all the colors, well, the 3 colors. Now I am using on, and it just moved, I see. I'm using a brad that is not Stampin' Up, but brads are coming for Stampin' Up, but they're not colored ones. I'm doing okay. I'm kind of late getting this up. That's why I'm doing it live. So anyway, I die cut this flower out twice and this one once. And then I took our sponge daubers. I hope they're continuing. I think they are. And I did tone on tone. I just dabbed it in the Fresh Freesia ink and went around the edges of each of the pieces. Put a brad through. These are actually brads from American Crafts. It got me thinking about brads when we did our Smash Our Stash collab the other day. Hey, Samira. Thank you. They're all from this Delicate Petals bundle, which is available now from Stampin' Up through June 30th or while supplies last. It makes all these different things. You can stamp things, you can just punch or die cut them out. So I have that one in Fresh Freesia, similar way exactly, but with a pink brad in what is this color called? Polished Pink. Now these papers, or these colors will be available May 4th. And this is in Pale Papaya, only one of those with a small one. And then I used, there's a center circle die. And I'll give you a tip on those dies in a minute. So that one's cute too. And you wouldn't have to use a brad. You can just use like a flatter gem and then there'll be flatter on the cards. Also, our Take Your Pick tool comes with stylus. And let's see. Yeah, it comes with 2 different stylus ends. I just didn't have them on. So I used my fingers, honestly. But you could use a pencil too. And just, you know, bend them. And I inked all of these. I inked in their respective tone-on-tone inks of Polished Pink, Fresh Freesia, and Pale Papaya. So that's what these 2 dies produce. And then you get 4 of each of the large petals and 4 each of the small petals. Oops, and I also did this one, sorry. And they produce these. So these are the small petals, but you have to glue them all together. These are the large ones, and these are the large ones. And then this is a centerpiece. And this is one of our brand new May 4th Loose Flower Flourishes. Hi, Valerie. Good morning. Yeah, I wasn't planning on being live, but I had a collab video that was supposed to go up at noon, and it was still saving on my computer. It just finished saving, so I'm running way behind. I didn't want to be terribly late. So I'll have to put the links to everyone that's in the collab down below. Now, what I did on this behind the pinks, but not on the purple, and I need another one here, is I just punched out like a 1-inch circle from a non-Stampin' Up punch, because we're not going to have circle punches anymore anyway. I might use the 1.5 inch one, which is retiring. It's number 138299, and just take another piece of Fresh Freesia and glue it onto the back. Fresh Freesia is the light purple, and Polished Pink is this beautiful color here. And then this actually was the Pale Papaya center, but I daubed it in Polished Pink, so it's sort of pinky orange. So I used almost everything on this one. And these little gems that I just love, they're going to be great. They come in 2 different sizes, and you get 60 of them. So I'm guessing there's 3 colors, so I'm guessing 20 of each in each of 2 sizes. So there's these itty bitty little ones, and then these the size like I used in here in all 3 of these colors that I'm using. So there you go. So pretty. The colors this year coming up on May 4th are gorgeous. Now, so this set is available till June 30th while supplies last. It's not carrying over into the annual catalog. These are in the new annual catalog, as are all these colors that I used. The brads are the only thing that are not Stampin' Up. And then, well, and this is retired Stampin' Up doily. These I had 6 petals left in a circle. So I did the same thing with the petals. And I just put them on. I put the circle in Pale Papaya on, but I inked it with a little bit of the Fresh Freesia. And then here, instead of stamping the leaves like I had done here's a stamped leaf with a die cut over it. So you can do that. Or you can just use these die cuts. And these, you can die cut them out of plain paper, and you can either kind of lay these on here. But I don't think there's a large, yeah, I guess that one's larger. So anyway, you can do that. But there's also a stamp to stamp this like a petal or a leaf, and then you can put this on or not put it on, however you want to do it. So these I didn't stamp. I just die cut them out of the new Evening Evergreen and put Soft Succulent of these dies on. I'm not crazy about that, quite honestly. And on these, I didn't put any of the overlay piece on, and I kind of like that better, but I stamped them and then I colored them in. But I think my preference would be to stamp on, and there's 4 different, these are actually supposed to be petals, I think, but I used them as leaves. And then there's also these little leaves as well, which maybe would have been better for these flowers. But I think my preference would be to stamp the petals as though they're leaves on, like, stamp in Evening Evergreen on the soft succulent, and I think that would be better. So anyway, that's really it. That's my projects for this month. I did 4 of this because I hadn't used this stamp set, and I don't want it to retire before I get to use it, right? So isn't that a pretty display of color right there? So as you all know, I'm a good morning. Where's Melanie? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, me too. They're so pretty. I'm just loving it, loving it. And it's bad because now I want to play with the new in colors, but I have all this other stuff to use too. So I'm trying to mix things that are existing with new things and showcase a little bit of everything. So like I said, this bundle you can get now. It's in the January to June mini. It expires at the end of June, and these are coming in May 4th. Unless you'd like to join my team, for those that aren't demonstrators that might watch now or later. And if you join my team now, you could actually add the new in color things to your starter kit, I think, or at least get them as an order before May 4th. And you could also get the Delicate Petals. You could get that in your starter kit for sure. And then don't forget our Stampin' Blend, not Stampin' Blend, well, Stampin' Blends too, but our sponge daubers to add the little color on the edges of your flowers and things. And on these, I did use the Stampin' Blends, which are the alcohol markers that we have. So, yeah, I was looking all over for those pearl flower centers that we had that are now retired. And I know I have like 2 containers of those. I couldn't find them, so I went with the brads instead. I was going to use those, but yeah. And I need to play around more with the leaves because I'm not real happy with how I did those. So I didn't put too many on the flowers, but yeah. So these will probably be turning into a card or cards, many cards, I think. I had planned on trying to use another stamp set as well that's retiring. That's also floral, but different flowers. Just didn't have time to get to it, so that'll have to be another video. Thank you, whoever left me the thumbs up. I appreciate it. And as soon as I'm off here, which will be momentarily, I'm going to go back and put the links to everyone that's participating in the collab. Please be sure to show them some crafty love. Always inspiring to see what everyone makes, comes up with for embellishments. I'm always amazed because I have trouble with this collab. I have trouble coming up with ideas, but I thought it is a rainy day here and I needed some bright, springy, sunshiny flowers. Right, that's true. They're perfect for Mother's Day cards. And I have, and there's, oh, that's the other thing. There's some beautiful sentiments in this. But not Mother's Day in this one, but there's another one I actually just got. This one here, Welcoming Window. It does have a hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day. So maybe I can somehow combine that with some of these flowers. That would be so pretty. Yeah, I'll figure something out. Thanks for that inspiration. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't really show off the in colors very well on my live Wednesday night, I don't think. I used the alcohol markers, but I think it was hard to see. So I wanted to use the paper and the blends and stuff on something this time, and that way you can see it all. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm going to get off of here and say goodbye because I have to make some things for a jewelry, a collab I'm in where I'm doing jewelry. That will be noon tomorrow on my other channel. So be sure to come back for the Joy of Blue on the Dahlia Designs jewelry and more. You all have a great day too. Stay safe, stay warm if it's cold where you're at, stay cool if it's hot where you're at. And just have a peaceful, wonderful day. Bye for now. Thank you so much for joining me this rainy Sunday. And hugs, love, and peace to you all. Bye. Paige. I'll hit not yet. I'm all done, but I was using Delicate Petals bundle from the mini catalog and made stamped flowers. These cute flowers. I used all the new in colors. So these are all polished pink, fresh freesia, and pale papaya. And evening evergreen and soft succulent. And then these are colored in with the alcohol markers. So yeah. Thank you. Okay. It's not very long because I was late. My video just finished saving on my computer. So by the time I upload it and YouTube checks everything, it'll be another hour. So I thought I better come on live and just show it again. One of these days I'll get caught up. Hope you're doing okay. You're welcome. All right. Now, bye, everyone. See you next time. Thanks for the thumbs ups also.